Good morning, friends. This is the voice of renewal. This morning, I would like to take your attention to the book of Philippians, chapter 3, verse 14. Here, Apostle Paul says, I press towards the goal for the prize. I press towards the goal for the prize. Paul was single focused. Focus on what is important. Paul was a man who knew what to fix his eyes on. Part of Paul's amazing success was because he was so focused. I pressed towards the goal for the prize of the upward call. Focus can bring energy and power to almost anything, whether spiritual, mental, or physical. Sociologist Robert Lynn observed that knowledge is power only if a man knows what facts not to bother about. The birthing of a potential breakthrough often results from sharing many good ideas. But to take ideas to the next level, you must shift from being expansive in your thinking to being selective. A good idea becomes a great idea when it is given focused time. It is true that focusing on a single idea for a long time can be very frustrating, but your perseverance will pay off. But the purpose of your goals is to focus on your attention and give your direction, not identify a final destination. As you think about your goals, make sure that they are clear enough to be kept in focus, close enough to be achieved, helpful enough to change lives. Paul described his goal as the upward call, upward. When you think only of yourself, you are thinking downward. But when you think of others, you are thinking upward. These three guidelines will get you going, and be sure to write down your goals. If they are not written, you can almost be guaranteed that they are not focused enough. Dear friends, this message would encourage you today to focus on what God has given you, the goal of your life, the vision of your life, the dream of your life. Don't be drifted just by sidetracking of the temptations of this world. Many times we can take our focus away from the original, the real, and keep our eyes on the things that are not very important. But today, this morning, Apostle Paul was a single focused man. He said, I don't care whatever. I have a goal and I press on to it. I focus on to it until I receive it. And here, one thing we need to understand today at this time and moment, that we are not supposed to be focusing on the thing that will only bless us, that only help us. Thereby we are focusing downward, not upward. Our focus should be something that would be a blessing for others too. In this time and period, when all of us are thinking of what is our future, what is the future of the whole world, I believe we have nothing to worry but just trust in the Lord, trust in the goal that God has given to us. Every individual is given a dream, is given a talent, given something to focus on. But many times we don't achieve. We become a failure because our mind, our focus is sidetracked by things of this world or the temptations or the luring, glitterings of this world. But this morning I would like to encourage you to write down whatever the goal you have in your life. And if you really want to make sure they are focused, take the advice of theoretical producer David Belasco, who said, if you can't write your idea on the back of my business card, you don't have a clear idea. That's true. Your idea must be known. It must be clear. Whatever you are focusing, Apostle Paul had no doubt about. His goal at the end of the day was to achieve and receive and attain the crown of life, crown of glory, crown that was offered him by his God. So he could press on even in the midst of struggles, temptation, trials, pain, suffering, accusation, betrayal. Let me tell you, Paul was single focused. That's what made him success. May you and your family be success by focusing on what God has given to you. God bless you. God bless your family. In Jesus' name. Amen.